Who needs Toby and Andrew when you have 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man?
Hello, this is Ken. I like making things. I love finding affordable ways to DIY a variety of things. Money can't buy everything except maybe figures. I love collecting figures and recreating iconic scenes. Every figure deserves to shine on my display. So every week I ask myself the same question and answer it by creating something I'm proud of. Join my weekly adventure by subscribing to my channel. Leave your feedback and suggestions down below. I often get inspired by your comments, and I hope I can inspire you too.
Last time, I fixed Spider-Man Far From Home's villain, Mysterio, making him look more believable. Check that video out if you haven't already. Today, I'm gonna fix Spider-Man from Far From Home. You may notice that the web lines have already been filled in, so it's already fixed. Or is it? I actually did this way before I started this channel. I remember being so disappointed in this figure because of the lack of web lines and how shiny the original figure was. But I loved the suit so much. And then I found D-Star's video. His solution was so simple. Just use a fine pen and a matte spray. But over the years, I started liking it less and less, because the lines were too harsh and the spray actually made certain areas more glossy. That's why I haven't really used a finishing spray since. But 2020 came and I started fixing more figures, and now I have fixed 2 Spider-Man already. I feel like I can improve this one even more. So,
let's deconstruct this figure.
Here's what the figure looks like originally. It's super greasy looking and looks very bland. And this is what it looks like after filling in the web lines with a fine pen and a matte spray. I find the web lines a bit too intense, making the figure look too busy. So I'm gonna make them look softer. There's some missing black paint on his feet, and he's also missing some red stripes around his elbow. And most of all, this red. This ugly red. They keep using this red on figures like Odin, Thor, Iron Man, etc. I find this particular shade of red cheap looking. When I look at the movie, the suit is more of a deeper, richer red.
That's my analysis. It doesn't mean this figure isn't great. I just wanted to make it even better. So, can I make it?
So first, I'm gonna do the same thing I did to my other 2 MCU Spider-Man. Check those videos out if you haven't already. Basically, instead of using a pen to fill in the lines, I'm actually using the red paint to make the lines look softer. I find I have more control this way. I can easily avoid certain areas if I want the lines to be harsher, or I can go over the areas more if I want the lines softer. In this case, the lines are already filled in. I don't really need to start from scratch again. I just need to reduce how black they look. I still find this kind of funny, because when I first got it, it had no web lines, and now it's too much web lines. But I'm looking for the perfect medium. By applying acrylic paint over the red, you'll also mattify the texture too, so I should end up with a matte suit with hints of the web lines. Next, I'm adding an extra stripe of red right below his elbows. It must be a Tom Holland Spider-Man thing. Him and his elbow stripes. Alright, I need a very steady hand, so I'm gonna do the rest off camera. Next, his feet. I'm gonna paint them black. This is another Tom Holland Spider-Man thing, it seems. He likes his black soles. The black areas seem to be already molded there, so I just had to fill in the areas accordingly. The next step's very minor, but I think it'll make the spider symbol pop more. I'm painting the spider legs silver. This will make the spider pop more against the black web lines, and the subtle reflectiveness should pull your attention away from the bottom half of the figure. Alright, now I'm gonna make the black stripes on the suit glossier. When I look at reference photos of the suit, I see that the stripes are made out of this shiny rubber material. And since this suit is mostly red and black, the difference in glossiness will add a bit more dimension to the figure, making it feel more like a real suit with various textures. I used to not like the stripes on Tom Holland's Spider-Man costumes, but they've been growing on me, and it makes his versions more recognizable right away. I'm also adding the varnish onto the spider symbol and the rims of his eyes. Subtle details that'll make the suit feel a bit more screen accurate and realistic. And just a bit of touch up to the white spider symbol on his back. Okay, this step's also just me being picky. I find his eyes to be too white. When I look at all the reference photos, his eyes appear to be more of a light grey than pure white. And I think that's also what makes this original figure look so unfinished and cheap. Alright, here's the figure, all painted. I can stop here, but that red, I can't. I just can't. I need to deepen that red. Instead of using black, I'm gonna mix a bit of purple into my red to make it into a cooler and slightly darker red. Some of you may mix red with black to get it darker, but I think that would lose the vibrancy of the red and may make the figure look dirtier. The suit in the movie is still very saturated, so I want to still capture that. It's kinda interesting that you can barely see the colors changing here, but it's changing very gradually, which is perfect. Alright, here's the figure all painted. It kinda looks like it didn't do anything, but I think that's the good thing. I think the final result looks very natural. Look at this before and after. Nothing drastic, but so much more natural, and screen accurate. I really prefer the more muted web lines, and I don't know about you, but I really think that the original red is just so ugly on figures. Here's what the figure looks like up close. The web lines are still there, but they aren't as busy looking anymore. And here's what the figure used to look like straight out of the packaging, before I did the web lines with a pen. It's so bad. It looked like it was cheaply made. Anyway, let's end this with a photo shoot. Ah, the red looks so much better. I really enjoy the more serious color tones on this suit compared to the Homecoming version. Posing is pretty fun too. He's a little easier to balance than Homecoming Spider-Man because his joints are stiffer. Oof, this photo may be my favorite. So simple, but very Spider-Man-like. I also like that there's so much character shown through various poses. He can look serious in certain poses, but also playful in others, capturing Peter Parker's teenage spirit. What do you think? Do you like what I've done?
Which Tom Holland Spider-Man costume is your favorite? Let me know down below. I think the Far From Home one is still my favorite out of the three. Spider-Man and the color black go really well together in my opinion. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I still have a few Spider-Man related videos coming, so stay tuned and subscribe. Give this video a like. Stay inspired and I'll see you soon. I can make it, so can you.